jump right in, and we're going to start with 100 Days to Brave, and then we'll do our 10% Happier recap and start with our next homework assignment. And then we'll dive into today's training. It should be really quick, sweet, short, to the point. Sorry if my lighting, y'all know this.
I hate this.
It's just the worst spot to sit. Okay, your neighborhood. The second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. Also, is my fan too loud? No, it's frozen. Steph, no. Okay. There's no commandment greater than these. Jesus said the second greatest commandment outside of loving God was to love your neighbors. So here's my question. What if Jesus really meant the people you live around? We can absolutely take this verse to mean all other people, like our neighbors overseas, our neighbors in the checkout line, and so forth. But friend, you've got actual neighbors, actual souls all around you who need help and need to know that hope is found in Jesus. So who are these neighbors? They are the moms at the gym. They're at the people at your school. When you walk out your front door, if you make a 360-degree circle, they're those people. Do you know them? Who are they? What do they do for a living? And how are you serving them and caring about them? My dad lives out of the belief that you should be concerned for the people nearest you. One of my dad's best childhood friends raised 3 boys virtually alone. Every so often, my dad would take these boys out to eat or take us over to hang out with them and play on the playground. Dad has done accounting work for families, even when they couldn't afford the help or weren't able to pay him, though we did get some fresh garden produce a time or two as payment. Dad met with a friend of mine when she lost her job and didn't know what to do about her lack of income. Did I mention my dad is super smart and everyone wants his advice? Dad serves our local community with his time, money, and wisdom. It'd be easier to worry just about our family. Trust me, we give him plenty to worry about. Instead, he cares a lot of families and does whatever he can to help them. It would be easier to worry just about his own company, but he chooses to care about others and their livelihoods. Marietta, Georgia is better because my mom and dad live there. How is your neighbor different? Because you live in it. You can be brave enough to see those people around you rather than just passing by. You can be brave enough to serve them and love them, and God will use you, friend. You'll be living out of your mission as a light in this dark world. Introduce yourself to a neighbor you don't already know. Make a new friend with someone who lives near you. So whether you're religious or not, you can absolutely relate to that. We all have people around us. I don't care if you live in BFE, so do I. We all have people around us, and we can always be doing more. I can truthfully say that I am probably the weirdest, most quiet neighbor you'll ever meet. Like, you won't see me waving at everybody. Like, maybe. That's, like, the extent of what I do, is, like, a smile and wave. I don't ever, like, go up to people and start conversation, and maybe I should be. Like, maybe that's something that I should be making more of a priority. Like, when new people move in, going in to say, hey, I'm your neighbor. Welcome to the neighborhood, kind of thing. And honestly, that's something I wish people did more of. Like, I would enjoy that if someone came to my door and was like, hey, I'm the new neighbor. Like, nice to meet you, kind of thing.
Here's some cookies.
Yeah. So I love that. Okay, does anyone want to share something they learned from 10% Happier? You can either unmute yourself, or I can dive straight into mine, or you can put yours in the chat, whatever.
Well, mine's nothing specific. Sorry, my computer's crashing. But I really liked how in the beginning he talked about how it just took him time at the beginning, where he said that he shared an apartment with his brother. They ate mac and cheese for dinner every night. And it wasn't like a successful thing overnight. And I think that is super applicable for all of us too. And a lot of us feel like that sometimes it's supposed to be like that, and it's not. It takes time. And so I really like the first couple chapters of the book about that.
Sweet. All right, I'll share mine, and then someone else can unmute themselves if they want to go. So the whole book, for me, I'm going to be completely honest, was really slow. It was a really hard listen compared to some of the books that we have been listening to. Having said that, it was really interesting to get his insights on legitimate thoughts that he had and feelings towards religion, towards meditation, towards all the things, because the questions that he was asking and the things that he was talking about in the self-help industry specifically were questions that I have often. For example, like when he's talking to someone who is Christian, he's questioning them on their beliefs. When he's talking to someone who is a complete atheist, he's questioning them on their beliefs. And he was an analytic researcher. Like that was his job, was to write stories about religion. And so it was just interesting for me because I grew up in a Christian home and I'm in a Christian / faith-based company now, but I would absolutely not consider myself a Christian right now. That's not to, show shame on anyone else. I respect everyone's beliefs, regardless of what it is. But to each their own. And so that was kind of weird for me, but I loved and could really relate to how he was drilling people and like, okay, but what does that mean? Because I think so often, and I was just telling Mads this earlier, in the self-help industry, people are so hoo-ha about what they're doing and what they're thinking, and it seems like so positive and like they're all just in this euphoria all the time. But he's like, but how do you get there? And do you honestly feel like you're all the way there? Like, I hear that you're saying that you're speaking all these positive beliefs, but like, are you really? And that's kind of me, is like, I know that the law of attraction is real. I know that things can happen, but when people talk about their own beliefs, it just blows my mind sometimes. And I really start to like question them and their beliefs and how that relates to mine. So anyways, I know that's a really like long answer, but the struggles that he had specifically with religion and meditation was like the exact same for me. And I love how he kind of wraps it up towards the end of like what he truly learned and what it legitimately means to be 10% happier. And like, if you were to tell any person, hey, this given thing is going to make you 10% happier, are you willing to do it or not? The question 9 times out of 10, or the answer 9 times out of 10 is going to be yes, right? So I love that. The second thing that really, 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 really stood out to me was when, I can't remember who he was talking to, but he was talking to someone and he said, it's basically, without butchering it, it's okay to worry. It's okay to run things through your mind and think about worst case scenarios and think about the negative things, because danger is real. Fear is not, but danger is absolutely real. And there are things that you can't frou and beat around the bush and throw positive thoughts on and it's just going to fix. Like, that's not reality. So the question that he said is, it's only useful though until a certain point. So you need to ask yourself, by the 17th time that you've gone over the same worry, is this useful? Like, literally that question. So simple. Is this useful? And it just like shook me. We were sitting there listening to it and I was just like, oh my God, I need to write that down, because that is so applicable to me. Like, I am the type of person that has like these swarming, pitting thoughts where I'll just get into a spiral and I'll just go from one negative thought to a million, and it puts me in a bad mood, and it just makes me not a good leader. It makes me not a good business owner. It makes me not a good mom or wife or just person to myself. And the other thing that I really learned about this is like taking yourself out of the picture. Like, this self that we think of is not our reality. And you really have to learn how to, and that's through meditation, regardless of your spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs. Meditation has been scientifically proven to help slow down your mind, help with anxiety, help with all of the things. And I think that this book really just showed me that I need to make my personal time and me slowing down my thoughts and just really recognizing that like meditation is not to silence your thoughts. It's not to train your mind to stop thinking. It is to recognize your thoughts and recognize yourself as a separate entity from your body. And that just like really hit home for me. So I know I'm getting like hippy dippy about it, but I freaking loved the book. I, to be honest, have like an hour left of it because I was camping and I'm still behind, but I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to read the rest of it. So does anyone else want to share anything that they learned or anything that stood out to them, or do you guys just want me to jump right into the training? Put a 1 if you just want me to start training, or put a 2 if you have something to say. Okay. So homework then is we're downloading the book Get Out of Your Own Way by Dave Hollis, and you guys should read through chapter 7. So not 2 through chapter 7 by next Monday. I'm really excited. Dave is such an idol. I'm so sad that him and Rachel are getting a divorce. But it's sad as, oh my God, Nat didn't know.
Oh, Nat, you didn't know that? It was all over their Insta.
Yeah,
and they've now put out podcasts about it.
It's really sad.
It's like a real thing.
It's really sad. Yeah, they were the last couple that I expected to get divorced. But I still idolize them. I still freaking love them. I'm so excited to hear more about what's going on. But tonight is going to be all about customer retention, upselling, all the things. So the very first thing that I do when a customer enrolls with me, let me grab my phone, is whether I'm putting in the enrollment for them or they are doing it themselves. They tell me that it goes through, or I send them the confirmation photo. I am saying verbatim, yay. Okay, keep your customer ID. That will be your login, and you can log in at any time to my website and view or change your order. I'll remind you and check in too. Thanks again. Text me as soon as you get your package so I can show you how to use it effectively. If I place the order for them, I insert their customer ID number and the password that I made them. I always make it works 1, 2, 3 so that I never have to think about it or try and think about what their password is. If I put the order in for them, I know what their password is. I don't need to ask them. They don't need to reset it. Sometimes I'll word it like your temporary password is. So if they catch it or they decide to go in and make it something different, they always have that ability. But it just makes it easier for me because 9 times out of 10, I'm placing customer orders and I'm taking care of my customers. So it just makes it way more simple for me. And then I add at the end, one last thing. Do you have anyone that you think may be interested in doing this with you? I can offer them a discount, and I do referral gifts for anyone who refers me a customer. This is so huge. You are immediately asking for a referral. I don't get one every single time, but I do get one every so often, and it is the easiest, most awesome process repeatedly, like every time. When someone refers a customer, it's always the easiest enrollment I've ever gotten. As the referral gift, that is completely up to you. Typically what I would do is when I have keto energies on hand, because they're the smallest packaging, I'll just throw a keto energy or 2 in their thank you letter that I send them as a referral gift. Or if they didn't order Skinny Brew and you have samples ready to send that you've already purchased, just send them a 3-day sample of the Skinny Brew. Maybe they'll love it and add it onto their order. You know what I mean? So that's a really easy way to upsell and add things to their order also, is by giving them products that they don't already have their hands on. Okay, thank you message immediately after they enroll. Then I'm setting calendar reminders for these dates and times, okay? So they enroll. I'm setting a reminder 2 days later to send them this message that says, hey love, thanks again for ordering. I just want to make sure you know all the perks you're getting as my loyal customer. You're eligible to earn $150 shopping spree. You're earning 10% back on all your purchases from here on out to use for money off your future orders. Thanks again for your support. This just gives them an extra little oomph on popping back in their inbox. A lot of people get confused about that $150 bonus. So I really want to break down the loyal customer program for you. So not only do they get 10% back on every single one of their purchases, whether it's an auto ship, a one-time order, a retail, or not a retail customer, this is a loyal customer perk. Anytime they order as a loyal customer, whether they pay the membership fee or do the 90-day trial, every single order they have, they're earning 10% back on. That is separate and in addition to shopping sprees that they earn for consecutive orders with you. So I want to repeat that, consecutive. It cannot be broken up. They cannot cancel their auto ship and turn it back on. When they order the 3 months for you, after the 3 months, they can use the 10% back. Most people will have $12, $15, $20 off, depending on how much they're ordering, to use on a one-time purchase. Perk points cannot be used on an auto ship. This is for one-time purchases. And I'll show you later how I upsell with those. But they are also going to get a $50 shopping spree when they order for 6 consecutive months with you. So they're going to do their 90-day trial, and then essentially they're just going to do another 90-day trial with you. And after that point, they have a $50 shopping spree. Again, I'm going to show you how to utilize these so you benefit both yourself and the customer with perk points, okay? You don't want to just give them, I mean, you can, and I'm not going to tell you to be a poor customer service rep and not allow them to do that. They absolutely have the ability to use all their perk points in one sitting and just pay for shipping. However, I prefer to word it a different way and to have them try another product, okay? So again, we'll get to that in a little bit, but just to explain the shopping spree portion, okay, that's the $50 after 6 months. If they do another 6 months with you, so 12 months of consecutive orders with you, they're going to get an additional, including the 10% back, shopping spree of $100, okay? So they're getting 10% back over the whole 12 months. On the 6-month mark, they get 50. On the 12-month mark, they get an additional 100, totaling $150 in free product plus the 10% back over a 12-month period. We drop a 1 if that makes sense. I know that that's so much information. And I know I'm like repeating myself. It's not because I don't think you guys don't get it. I just want everyone on replay to like really grasp what I'm saying because so many people have questions about this. Okay, perfect. I'm seeing a lot of ones. Okay, right. So the next calendar reminder that I put in is a 2-week reminder after that 2-day mark. By then, they should have their products. So I'm following up in 2 weeks after that 2-day follow-up, and I'm asking to make sure that they got their product. I'm explaining how to use every single product that they got, okay? If they got keto coffee and the greens, I'm showing them how to make it. If they got BFF, TFX, and a cleanse, I'm telling them how to use every single one. And this is imperative that on this follow-up, you get before photos. Okay, if you want life for customers, which I know every single one of us do, you have to get before photos. The biggest mistake that I see people make is not ask their customers for before photos. And then in 90 days, the customer wants to cancel because they're quote unquote not seeing results. But we see ourselves in the mirror every single day. It is so hard to notice a difference. I don't care if the scale says something different. I want to know, how do their clothes fit? I want to know how they feel. I want to see those before and after photos so that I can put them side by side to show them how much progress they have truly made, okay? Then I'm also explaining that you may need more than 90 days, okay, to actually have these products work for you, depending on, number 1, what I've recommended for you, and number 2, your diet and lifestyle. That is so impacted. We will absolutely never hear it works claim that these are magic weight loss products that will make you lose 50 pounds overnight. We claim that these have clinically proven ingredients, some of our products, that will help you lose weight over a given time, and that is dependent per person, dependent on your lifestyle, dependent on what you're going through, and it does take time. These are plant-based products. These are not chemically founded, so it is going to be a natural process and not something that happens overnight. And if they are losing 50 pounds overnight by any other product, you should be very concerned for their health. So, okay, one and then I'll check in like before their next order to see if they want to change the product or anything. So you have to change the order if you're going to change it at least 2 days prior. So I usually put my reminders a week before their order is supposed to go through. And I just message them saying, hey, how are you loving everything? I'm so excited to see your results over the next couple months. Did you want to keep your next order the same, or did you want to change it up? That is why explaining the 90-day trial before they order is absolutely crucial. That is your job as a distributor here with It Works, to explain the loyal customer program. You will have people cancel and you will have upset customers if you do not explain this. And it is for their best interest. I have a million scripts that I can give you and messages that I have personally written on why our loyal customer program is the best program and best option out there. So if you don't know how to word that and are puckering your butthole over what to say over that, send me a screenshot and I will absolutely help you. But it is so crucial that you do that. Then before their third order runs, I'm saying, hey, love, I know you're loving your products and your third order is shipping soon. Did you want to keep it the same or switch it up? I also wanted to give you the opportunity to do another 90-day trial with me for either the same or a new products that you've been dying to try. As a thank you, I'm even able to give you a $50 shopping spree. Are you in? So this incentivizes them with $50 in free product that the company's already giving them, that I'm making them feel really special about. I'm making them feel like if they place another 90 days of orders with me, they're going to get this huge perk that no one else gets. That's one of the best things about our loyal customer program, is they get so many exclusivities that no one else gets. So most of the time I'll keep an order going off of that. And then I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but just to touch on it again, after a customer enrolls with me, one of the very first things that I do is I will send them, so like the month closes out, I usually do them like once to twice a month, but I'll go through and I'll write thank you notes. So I'll hand write, like literally it doesn't have to be anything special. Go to Dollar Tree and you can get 10 cards with envelopes for $1, right? Sell some samples. You can absolutely get your hands on these. It is a tax write-off. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do this. You're going to go to the Dollar Tree. You're going to get cards. And you're just going to write something like, I keep it so simple, you guys. All of my conversations and my thank you notes, it literally says something like, hey, blah, 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 whatever their name is. Thank you so much for your order. I'm so excited for you to try these products. I know you're going to love them. Don't forget about my referral program or whatever. Your order is a huge reason why I'm able to blank. For me, it's be a stay-at-home mom with Oakland. It means more than you know. Love, Lex, or whatever. When people get those, 90% of the time, they're putting it on their story. And if they do send me a referral, or if they order a really big order, I'm sending them samples of something that they didn't get and making them feel good. I want them to have a genuine relationship with me. And honestly, you guys, I have a lot of just like normal conversations with my customers. Like one of my customers the other day was at Seaside clamming, and she sent me a cute little video like, clamming at the beach, I know you're jelly, kind of a thing, or whatever. Or I've had customers who know that I freaking love her Frenchies. Like I'm literally obsessed with her Frenchies. She legit mailed me a mug with a Frenchie on it because she knows that I love them. Or I've had people send me cactuses, like random stuff. And this is not because I've ever asked for it. This is because I've built genuine relationships with some of my customers. And they've been ordering from me for 2+ years. Some of them have like literally so much shopping credit, I like can't even. So that's really fun too. And then I really want you guys to utilize our giveaway. If you paid to get into the giveaway and are able to utilize that, do. It is unlimited entries. Put 5 entries in for them. Give that as an incentive to your customers. Every order that you place with me this month, you're going to get a chance to win $125 cash. That pays for the order that they just placed with you. You know, that is so huge. There's absolutely no reason why they can't be entered a couple times because of that. So that's something to keep in mind. And then messaging your customers anytime that we have a deal or like a sale going on, they should get first dibs on everything. So before you're even putting something up on your story about a pick 2 or pick 3, you should be turning your iMessage off, going to the Connect app, and sending out a round of messages to all of your customers, whether they're still active or not, about these deals that we have going on. I have so many people that haven't ordered from me in 12 months that literally there's 12 messages before of deals going on that they haven't responded to. And there's one that pops up and they end up placing an order. That's BV that you totally would have missed out on because you were too nervous to message them because they haven't replied to you the last 12 times. You know what I'm saying? So don't be nervous to reach out to people regardless of how much they've been ignoring you. Nat said in the chat, I always say you can enter every day till the end of the month if you want to. Just message me for a new post / something on your story. That is so huge. You should be offering every single time and then turning that into an opportunity message. Hey, you've legit been doing exactly what I've been doing for the last 3 days just to maybe win $125 cash. Granted, we do send that, but like $125 cash to one winner when you could be making $125 cash as much as you want. Our fast start bonuses are $150. You know what I'm saying? They can get themselves boxed for Ruby and they've already made $350. Like that's huge. Or $450. Anyways, okay, let's talk about how to utilize and implement birthdays. Nat really got me on this kick, so I have to give her a ton of credit. She has like literally been helping so much with content and bringing new stuff to you guys. It's been absolutely incredible. So Nat, thank you. But one thing that I really want you guys, and I'm going to start doing more too, is when you put a new enrollment in, or you get a new enrollment, you can see people's birthdays and they're texting you their birthdays. We should be putting that in our calendars as so-and-so's birthday every single month. And you're picking up the phone and you're calling them to wish them a happy birthday every year. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what good customer service is. And Connor really turned me on to that when he was at the car dealership too. He said some of the best salesmen call people on their birthdays. And I was like, oh my God, why am I not doing that? Birthdays are something that a lot of people get underappreciated on, and some people will just like throw a post up on their wall, but the people who actually pick up the phone and call you are the real MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a million people text me or write on my wall or send me a message on my story, but the ones who actually legitimately call me and sing me happy birthday, like that's the shit that I remember, you know, and they're gonna remember you when you're keeping it real and you're calling them and being excited for them and asking them what they're doing that day. And if you're too embarrassed, send them a text. It's still better than nothing, right? The other thing is I'm going to start putting something on my story daily, as much as I can remember, to say something like, if it's your birthday today, or if it's your birthday this week, send me a message right now. I have something exciting for you. And they're going to send me a message and I'm going to give them a discounted sample kit. Or I'm going to give them a pick 2, pick 3 that is exclusive to them, right? And then message the people, like Facebook tells you whose birthday it is that day. So don't just put something on somebody's wall. Nat actually created a whole birthday message. And if you guys want all these scripts, we can give you scripts too. Like this is one team, one mission, right? But happy birthday messages. It basically says, hey, happy birthday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. And then it goes into this whole little discounted sample kit. And it is such an easy and cool way to give someone something special for their birthday that you know they're going to love. And also making some quick, fast cash on hand, right? Why not utilize all of the ways that we're paid? So let's talk about upselling really quick. There's a million ways that you can do this, you guys, and there's no right or wrong way, regardless of what we're talking about, but this is what has worked for me personally, okay? There's a couple different options. Option number 1 is starting really big and working your way down, which is what I typically do, because 90% of people have a ton of acne that they want to take care of, or they have really short hair and they want it to the middle of their back, or they want to lose 60 pounds, or they want to X, Y, and Z, fill in the blank, right? People are going to need, regardless of what their goals are, more than one product. 9.999 times out of 10. They're going to need more than one product. I don't care if they're ordering just HSN, they should be getting the collagen too. If they're taking TFX, what is their diet like? Do they need carb control? Do they need greens? Do they need the coffee? Do they need the skinny brew? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other things that they need, and that just really comes from product knowledge. And we have a whole Zoom about product knowledge and all that kind of stuff so that you guys can get to learn that. And that's why I so highly suggest going to your website or to your eSuite and reading about one new product every day so that you start learning what these are good for, what you need to start suggesting. Going to your leader with screenshots is going to be so huge with learning what packages to put together for what kind of goals, okay? So if you're struggling with that, it really just comes down to asking the right questions to your enroller and really being open to sending screenshots. But starting big, the one thing that I'll say with that too, and the kickback that I get from so many distributors is they can't afford that. They're never going to be able to afford that. I don't know why you're making assumptions for someone else's budget, but that's completely inappropriate and not your place. So ultimately, you're being super selfish if you're thinking about someone else's budget. You don't know what kind of money they make. You don't know what's in their checking account. You don't know that they would so do anything. They would return cans to lose that 50 pounds if that's what it came down to, and you're taking that opportunity away from them. And I'm not saying that this is what you guys are doing, but I've even had to check myself a couple times. Like, how dare I think that's too expensive? Number one, that's what these products are worth. Number two, that's what they need to meet their goals. So just because $300 a month isn't in my budget, I absolutely have customers who spend $300 a month because that's what they need to meet their goals. And that's where confidence comes in. So again, a whole nother training on my YouTube. Any of these things that I'm talking about that you guys struggle with this, there's another video to watch to hype you up. So don't miss out on those. But that's option number one. Option number two is perk points. I upsell so much with perk points. Don't just think of this as new enrollments. I will literally message someone and I word it a little bit differently. So I'll say something like, it depends on how many perk points they have. If this person has 100 perk points, I'm saying something like, hey, I can get you a month's worth of our collagen and HSN if you place any order for another product today. So if you order the TFXX, because I know you've been dying to try it, I can get you an entire skincare line for free. Or you're gonna tweak it, however it is. If it's $25, I can get you a free bottle of Fat Fighters with any order that you place today. Do you want to take advantage of it? It is that simple. Keep it short, sweet, to the point, but they get to use their perk points when they place a one-time order for any other product. I sell so much off of that. And then, the other thing that you can do, let's say, for example, this person really just wants the HSN, or they really just want the keto coffee and that's it. Or maybe you're a little bit shy to upsell or to start big, and so you want to do it another way. The other way that you can do this to get more than just 30 BV volume, sorry y'all, is at the very end, after you've gotten all of their information to place the order for them, you've already sent the order form sheet, they've already replied with all of their answers, you're going to say something like, oh my gosh, I'm placing your order for you right now, and it just popped up that you can get anything else on my website that you want for an additional 40% off. Do you want to take advantage of it? And so many people are going to be like, well, yeah, what can I get? And you're like, I will help you find something. What are your other health and wellness goals? Or if they're getting the coffee, are you getting the coffee because you want a good breakfast replacement, or are you getting this coffee because you want to lose weight? How much weight do you want to lose? Do you have skincare goals? Do you want longer lashes? Do you want whatever it is? We have products for everyone. So fill in the blanks, but you can always do something at the end there where you're like, oh my gosh, I can get you an additional 40% off. Do you want to take advantage of it? That simple. So that's kind of how I upsell. I don't know if anyone else had anything to add on how they upsell or anything differently they do. So I'll mute myself for a sec in case anyone wants to share anything. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for hopping on, and I will end this, and I hope that it helped.